Hello everyone and welcome back to Cream Varieties channel, where variety is the spice of life. In today's video I'll be sharing how to bake and decorate a cake for beginners, an A to Z cake decoration using butter icing from start to finish, a step-by-step detailed cake decoration tutorial for those of you that simply want to learn how to easily and simply decorate a simple cake at home. Are you ready? Let's get right into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share my video with your friends and loved ones. Remember to turn on your notifications so that you get instant prompts each time I upload any video. Thank you. For this recipe you require 250 grams soft butter at room temperature. I'm going to include this right into my mixing bowl, and here transfer it and begin to knead it for exactly 5 good minutes. The reason we are beating this for exactly 5 minutes is to incorporate air into it. At the same time, the color of the butter changes from a yellowish color to a more transparent white color. This is very important. Also, you will notice that the quantity increases. Next ingredient we are going to use is the icing sugar. For one packet I have exactly 250 grams and we are going to use exactly 4 packets. Okay, that's exactly 1000 grams. So for the icing sugar, it is very important that you're going to sift it. Each packet I will open and sift properly. Transfer again to the machine and beat until I have this gorgeous outlook. I'll be including the packet of the sugar one after the other as I sift it right into the batter mixture. I'll come in with a spatula and scrape the sides just to make sure that everything incorporates appropriately. While the mixing process is going on, I'm going to include about 4 tablespoons of milk inside it. Make sure all ingredients are at room temperature. At the same time, I'll add 4 teaspoons of vanilla aroma. If you're using extract, please use 1 tablespoon of extract. You're going to mix everything until it is well incorporated. In case you don't have the machine, you can use a hand whisk. If you don't have a hand whisk, you can also use the hand machine to beat this. Okay, beat this on medium settings, not high. You just want to use medium settings to do this. As you can see, everything now is perfectly ready. I have incorporated the 4 packets of sugar. Just in case you think that your batter mixture is too thick, you can lighten it up by adding 2 extra or 3 tablespoons of milk to have a mild consistency. Over to the next step and procedure. We are going to bake our cake. Of course, for you to ice a cake, you require cake, right? So we are going to bake it right now. Require 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Replace that by using a cake flour if you have it available. In fact, that is even the best option. 1 teaspoon powdered vanilla sugar plus half teaspoon vanilla flavor. You will need half teaspoon cinnamon or nutmeg. This is going to bring in a very beautiful flavor and taste to your cake, but then it's optional. 1.5 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt. Mix everything to combine very well and then set it aside. 300 grams soft butter with 1 cup of sugar. We're going to use a hand mixer here and beat it for exactly 5 minutes just to make sure that the sugar grains completely melt down very well. And also the volume increases and the white color is very vibrant. I have here exactly 6 room temperature eggs. So one after the other I'll begin to add the eggs. Okay, you don't want the outcome of your cake to be very hard. You want it to be very soft, very delicious when you taste it. I'm going to add this one after the other. While you beat it, you notice that air is well incorporated into the batter. You don't have to overbeat it. Be very careful. Once you can no longer see the egg right in there, it means that you have mixed properly. After I have included all eggs, I'm going to add about 4 teaspoons of vanilla aroma. If you're using extract, kindly use 1 tablespoon of extract. And then the powdered ingredients, I'm going to add that step by step gradually. And while that step is going on, I'll be including the milk. I'm using here whole milk. And for the milk, you're going to add it 1 step at a time. So when you add the dry ingredients, you combine that and then you add the milk. I have changed to my spatula to make sure everything is well incorporated. Be very careful not to overbeat your batter. This is the secret to your cake making. It has to be very well combined, at the same time not overworked. We're going to brush the cake pan. Here I'll add a little bit of butter to cream it round and then flour it a little bit with the flour. Dust out all excess flour and then divide the cake batter into 2 portions. Look at how beautiful, gorgeous, and in fact guys, if you perceive the aroma, it smells amazing. You're going to bake this at 150 degrees Celsius for exactly 40 to 50 minutes. Just make sure you check it. Do not overbake, otherwise your cake becomes dry. Once you insert a toothpick right into it, notice it comes out as transparent as possible. And guys, there you have it. You have a gorgeously baked, delicious cake. And this is the outcome. It turned out flat just because we used a good temperature to bake it. We're going to leave the cake here to cool down completely at room temperature before we start icing it. If you don't have time on your side, transfer to the freezer for at least 15 to 30 minutes. That way it's going to cool down very fast. But for me, I have left mine to sit in the freezer for at least 3 good hours. The reason is because I want to show you as beginners, this way it is very easy to work with your cake. Because the cake has stayed so long in the freezer, it is now very easy to work with it. We're going to trim off the edges and also the top area, just in case you have baked yours and you notice that yours did not come out as flat as mine. That means you're going to trim it off until you have a flat leveled cake to work with. This is very important. All you have to do is make sure you hold it firmly as you trim or cut it off. Now you have a neater appearance to work with. I have placed the icing on top of the board and then placed the cake on top of it. I'm going to coat with a little bit of sugar syrup to enhance the flavor of the cake. I have also added some icing on top of it and sealed with the upper layer. Now the cake is in place. We are going to add generously the icing on top of it. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share my videos with your friends and loved ones. So generously, you're going to make sure you coat icing on all areas of the cake. Very important, because this is the very first coating. Okay, and once you're sure that you don't have any hole in your cake, you're going to use a cling film to cover it and then transfer to the fridge. Allow it to sit for 30 minutes, or to the freezer, allow to sit for 10 minutes. And guys, 30 minutes later, it is out from the fridge and you can see that it has set in very well. Okay, so now while we are placing the second coating, it is not difficult to work with it. I'm going to begin to coat it and seal any hole, okay, or any empty sides or areas that you think that needs to be filled. You're going to generously use the icing to coat completely. While I work with that, I'll use the cake scraper to scrape it just to have a neater appearance. I'll use the knife also to, clean the upper surface. I'm not going for a very smooth like cake because of the type of decoration I'm going to make. For the icing, I have divided it into different segments. This is just to show you in case you want to add color into it. Feel free to use any food color of your choice. You can use the runny one, but here I'm using the brand that is very thick and has very high quality. I'll drop 3 thickened drops right into the icing sugar. Mix until I have this beautiful, gorgeous consistency and set it aside. Place a cup on my surface, then add my piping bag inside it. Drop in the batter, okay, the icing batter right into it. You're going to use it to pipe around your cake. By this stage, I had to change my mind because I was so loving this color that I wanted to just include it on the body of the cake. This now turned out to be the 3rd coating, but it's not important. Yes, so after the 2nd coating is perfect, but I changed my mind from having a white cake decoration like I was going for to have the yellow beautiful appearance. Okay, yes, and so I now made another green color just the same way we made the yellow one. and then began to pipe. To choose any nozzle of your choice from your cake sets and then begin to pipe. You can make a practical test by using a plate or a paper to pipe out different styles on it, and then choose the one that befits you to use it to decorate it. Okay, so after decorating the top of the cake, I'm also going to do the same thing at the base. I'm going to pipe it until the base is properly covered. That's everything about it. All you have to do here is make sure you have chosen the nozzle that befits your own style. If you're not sure of how you can do that, you can test it by practically using maybe an object or a plate to pipe around it to see if this style is something that you want to have on top of your cake. Okay, because every cake set has its own nozzle that comes with it. And guys, that's everything about it. Our cake now is perfectly ready. If you are watching me up to this point in time, thank you so much for sticking around. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and loved ones. If you like more cake decoration videos, kindly drop your comments in the comment section. And guys, our cake now is perfectly ready. I'm going to slice right through it, and then we are going to have a delightful experience here with my family. Guys, this cake was absolutely and incredibly delicious. The icing was so unique and it tasted marvelously great. It was so delicious that in the twinkle of an eye this cake was gone. Trust me. That the cake still is a little bit very cold. The longer you leave it, it comes back to room temperature. And that's everything about it. Remember, variety is the spice of life. Until I come your way next time, stay blessed and love. God bless you. Bye for now.